I'm Kayla Chan, and this is my volunteer, James. Today, James, we're going to palpate your wrist and hand. Is that okay with you?
Yes.
Okay. Well, first of all, we're going to start off with the first carpo-metacarpal joint, and this is where the thumb will flex and extend. So right there, kind of at the knuckle there. Next, we're going to go to the scaphoid, which, James, give me the thumbs up and flex your thumb. You can kind of see this little indentation, which is called the snuff box, and that is where your scaphoid is located. And if he abducts and adducts his thumb, you can feel it. Next, we're going to the trapezium, which is going to be distal to the scaphoid, but proximal to the CMC joint. So between those two structures is the trapezium. Next, we're going to have him turn his hand palmarly, and we're going to locate the pisiform, which if you trace the ulna and you find the ulnar head, it's going to be this bony landmark. You can feel like the bony eminence there, and that is the pisiform. The pisiform lies on top of the triquetrum, which is going to, if you follow his hand and go to the dorsal side, is the triquetrum. And if he radially deviates his hand here, so move your hand out there, you can feel the bone really stick out, but then when you ulnarly deviate, it kind of disappears. And that's the triquetrum. Next is the capitate, which I'm going to turn his hand dorsally, and you find it from the third, which is the third middle finger here. And if he makes a fist, and you kind of see this indentation following down from the third metacarpal, that is the capitate. And if he extends and flexes, it kind of disappears, and you can basically feel it the best when it's at mid-range, that indentation. Next is the hook of the hamate, which when you locate the pisiform and you kind of draw yourself a imaginary line to the index finger, it's going to be in there, and by the hypothenar eminence, there's like an indentation, and that is the hook of the hamate. Okay, next is the 5 metacarpals, and if you follow it from the wrist to the knuckles, that's going to be the metacarpal. So this is the first metacarpal. This is the second metacarpal, third metacarpal, fourth metacarpal, and fifth metacarpal. And you can kind of separate the metacarpals by rocking the fingers back and forth, and it sets them apart. And last, we have the 14 phalanges, which phalanges 2, 3, 4, 5 each have a proximal section right here, and then a middle section, which is going to be here in the middle, obviously, there, and then there, and then a distal section, which is going to contain the fingernail, there and there. And then the thumb only has 2 sections. It has the proximal section and the distal section. And then that is the wrist and hand. Thank you.